So if I had absolutely no money, zero experience, and I wanted to learn to trade crypto from scratch, this is what I would do. I'm going to include a step-by-step breakdown of every step I would take, and I'll even include the free resources I wish I had when I first started. I'm K, and I've been trading the crypto markets for the last 5 years. I've helped thousands of struggling traders learn for free to make money, and I've also managed to find financial freedom myself. But I didn't always own things like this custom dinosaur with my name engraved on it. It lights up, by the way. I didn't always own beautiful luxury watches like this Casio F91W. I got so many I forget what they're called. So if you want to make it like me in crypto trading, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Okay, properly into the video now. The first and most important thing is I would actually not start trading until I had a decent amount of money, at least $5,000 or $10,000. I started way too early with less than $500. Now, in today's day and age, $5,000 or $10,000 is not difficult to make. You've got so many opportunities in crypto and outside of crypto as well. In crypto, I would aggressively pursue airdrops. These are crypto-specific money-making opportunities where you interact with a protocol or you're an active member of a community, bunch of different ways, and basically you get free tokens. It sounds too good to be true, I know, but it's real, and people have earned hundreds, sometimes thousands of dollars just for about 30 minutes total work. Now, I'll explain more specifically how to find those in a second, but very similar to those, we have NFT whitelist opportunities. These are new NFTs that are about to be released, and a select few people get to buy them at the release price. These will often go 2 to 3x from that initial price, and people can very quickly flip for a quick profit. Say you buy it for $200, you sell it for $400, you do this a few times, and you get to build that initial stack for trading. Now, how do you find these opportunities? Well, the best way to do it is to be an active member of the crypto space. You need to make friends in the space, network, and participate. That's Twitter, Discords, Telegram, watching YouTube videos, whatever you want. And if you're lucky, you may get access to something like recently there was an NFT whitelist for art gobblers, and these went up to about $20,000. If you were someone who won the competition and made it through, you would have made $20,000. Now, if you were very lucky and an active member of the community, you would have been able to find this. I know we shared it with our Discord weeks before it happened with step-by-step instructions and how they can participate. Now, if you want a bunch of free resources with more specific instructions on how to participate in these, I'll leave a free guide in the description below for getting from 0 to 10K in crypto. Now, outside of crypto, don't quit your job yet before you have $5,000, $10,000. You can still use that to save up, and you can build your skills on the side so you don't have to ignore trading. You can do part-time stuff, but your time is better spent making money. Cut down on spending. You don't need that new iPhone. You probably don't need as fancy a car as you think you need, and before you know it, you'll get to that 5 to 10K mark. The next thing I do is pick a very simple strategy. You don't need 100 different indicators or a magic trading bot to finally make you profitable, though a lot of newer traders, myself included, think that that's the most important thing. I would only use moving averages, support and resistance. That's it. Like, learn the basics of those two, understand risk management, keep your psychology in check, and you will be profitable. In fact, risk management and psychology are way more important than your specific strategy. You do not need anything besides what I've just mentioned above, and I have free courses on all of those on my YouTube. Go study them. Go practice on the charts, and you'll have pretty good chances of becoming a profitable trader. With free resources like mine out on the internet, it's very easy to do most of this yourself. And that was one of my biggest mistakes. When I learned to stop trying to do everything alone, myself, I started surrounding myself with better traders, finding mentors. It all went to the next level. My win rate went up through the roof. My strategies started evolving, and I also had a higher probability of success because, if you talk to the right mentors, they'll leave hints. And I started seeing a lot more success with my strategies because before I'd have an idea and I'd guess which direction to go in. But now my mentor would tell me, hey, you probably want to go in that direction. And normally they'd be right because they were ahead of me. I'd look for someone like myself, someone who has 5 years of crypto trading experience, someone who understands the markets at a higher level than most people. I've interviewed over 100 founders, traders, millionaires, billionaires in the crypto space. I've worked with projects from inception to over $1 billion market caps. That sort of experience would take someone a full career to learn. Now, I don't offer anything like one-on-one mentorship, and I'm not saying you should find me in particular, but you want someone like that to learn from. Now, I share most of my knowledge for free on social media. There are a few places where you can get closer access to me, and I don't offer anything like one-on-one mentorship, so please don't respond to scammers offering one-on-one mentorship. Now, the next one is to keep a trading journal. Now, this one really sucks because it's not fun. It's not fun to write down every single trade. It's a lot of admin work, but you need to do the boring work. The boring work is what separates the good from the great. At the start, as long as my portfolio was going up, I was happy. As I started to grow, as I'd have periods where I perhaps wasn't in profit, I needed to understand why. I needed to know which trading strategies were working, which ones weren't, so I could double down on the ones that were and get rid of the ones that weren't. Don't try and guess this. You need to keep a trading journal, write it all down, and have actual data behind what you do. When I come to create a new trading strategy, what I do is first come up with a trading idea. So I have an idea for a specific strategy that's going to work in the markets. Then what I do is test that strategy across historic data. I'll probably lock myself in a room for 2 to 3 weeks, aggressively testing this until I see enough data as to whether it works or does not work. Is that fun? No. Does that even make any money? No. Often the trading system would end up not working. That's the boring work that's going to put you ahead of the competition. That's what the others won't do that you will, that will make you a winner. And that's going to be a theme for the rest of this video, stacking unfair advantages that are going to make you better than the competition. And one of the best ways to get that unfair advantage is specialization. I was trying to trade every single crypto asset on the market at the start. My belief was that price data is all the same, the asset itself is irrelevant. I learned over time that that is absolutely not the case. The asset makes a huge difference. The fundamentals of the project, the different events around the project, all of that matters. And also assets tend to behave in a certain way. They have their own ebbs and flows. And you won't learn this until you actually spend a ton of time trading particular assets. Now, if you're new and you don't know which assets to pick, I recommend Bitcoin and Ethereum. You're not going to have any liquidity issues. It's extremely scalable. Whatever you build to trade your $10,000 portfolio is going to work for your $500,000 portfolio with Bitcoin and Ethereum. To give an example, imagine you're trying to trade supercars, luxury watches, and collectible shoes as well. You're going to probably make a lot of money and have a lot of opportunities because you're trading so many different markets. But what happens when you come across a guy who trades nothing but luxury watches, gets more deals than you, knows the prices better than you, is able to flip it more often than you? He's going to capture your market share. He's going to make more money than you. Specialization wins in this field. Remember, you want to stack those unfair advantages. The next unfair advantage is understanding the money flow cycle in crypto. Now, there's a difference between understanding the theory and seeing it repeatedly play out in the market to the point where you can instinctively tell what's going to happen. What generally happens is the money first flows into Bitcoin. So everyone buys Bitcoin, price of Bitcoin goes up. Then people start to get FOMO because they missed out on the price of Bitcoin going up. And they're like, okay, what's probably going to go up next after Bitcoin? They look down CoinMarketCap and they see, oh, Ethereum, that looks pretty good. Maybe XRP, let me buy some of that. So it goes from Bitcoin to coins in the top 5, top 10 that start going up. And then everyone who missed out on those gets upset because, Steve, who's working flipping burgers, sees Jeffrey on the fryer, and Jeffrey's just bought a new Mercedes because he bought XRP early and the price went up. Now, Steve wants in on that action, so he sees Shiba Inu. Now, this is much cheaper than Bitcoin, Ethereum, and the other coins that have pumped. It is a lower market cap. It's got more potential. So he degens his whole net worth into that, and suddenly price goes up. So now he manages to buy a Lamborghini because he bought Shiba Inu when the market was going up. So now the entire store gets FOMO. So we've got these two people who've made money, and the rest of the store decides, okay, let's go buy whatever meme coin we can on Uniswap. They start mortgaging their houses and degenning everything they have into these coins because they also want new cars, Lamborghinis. They see their neighbors have made money and they want to do the same. Now, these two people made money. The other 98 employees, it's a big fast food restaurant. The other 98 employees all decide to put their money in, and a few of them make money. Most of them lose it all because the money flows back into Bitcoin as people take profits. And the cycle repeats. Bitcoin goes up, Ethereum down to the shitcoins. Then one other thing I do is take care of my health. I remember the first time I had a profitable strategy, it was incredible. Every opportunity on the charts, I would make anywhere from $500 to $5,000. And I was trading the 15-minute chart. So it got to the point where I would put alarms on in the middle of the night. I would wake up 5 to 7 times because if I didn't, it cost me $5,000 to $10,000. And that was a lot of money to me at that point. I barely reached my first million and I was trying to stack up and get to financial freedom level, which I'd say is about $2 to $3 million. So I sacrificed my sleep. I gave myself insomnia for years, which was horrible. I still haven't fully recovered from it. I would let several other aspects of my life deteriorate, in particular my mental health, and it just was not worth it in hindsight. I would rather take an extra 1 to 2 years to get to where I wanted to go than have caused all these issues for myself because I got lucky, because I'm still here. It's not good risk management to play with your health. You'll have a worse life. You'll make worse decisions. I did stupid stuff because my emotional control would get bad, and psychology is extremely important for trading. Anyway, I digress. I would take my health a lot more seriously and put it above my trading at all times. What does health mean? Good sleep, regular exercise, 20 minutes a day, a couple times a week, strength training. You don't need to be an athlete. You just need to keep your heart healthy and your body strong. Then I'd also have a decent diet. Again, you don't need to go on a crazy carnivore diet or anything. Just eat mostly whole foods and don't eat too much. And then lastly, I would meditate very regularly, which again, I did these things sometimes. I didn't do them sometimes. The times I didn't, I regret. So to recap the lessons for the new aspiring traders out there, your first goal is to make $5,000 to $10,000 before you start actively trading. There are loads of ways to do this in crypto. I've got a guide in the description below for those looking to go from 0 to 10K. And outside of crypto, you can spend a bit less. You can sell things you don't need and you can save via your job. Then don't overcomplicate things. Pick really simple strategies. I recommended moving averages plus support and resistance, alongside a good understanding of risk management and psychology. Then the next tip was one of the most important, and that is find mentors. Don't try to do everything yourself. There's a lot of free resources out there on the internet. The right paid resources are also fantastic and can help accelerate your path hugely. Next, keep a trading journal. Don't just guess how things are going. Don't go on intuition or feeling. Have actual data behind what you do. This will help you stack an unfair advantage against the competitors that don't. Next, pick 1 to max free assets. I recommended Bitcoin and Ethereum. Again, you specialize in these, you learn their patterns, their ebbs and flows, and you get another unfair advantage over your competitors. Next, understand the crypto money flow cycle. You want to understand the interplay between assets. Again, another unfair advantage that normally you need to be in the crypto space for a while to pick up on. And finally, take care of your health. Sleep, diet, exercise, meditation, probably the most important tip of them all. You can subscribe to the channel to get more videos like that. I hope it was helpful.